Alright, Shalom, giving all praise and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Hakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone of all well, and Shalom to your argument, be pushing this word around the globe in faith and truth and with sincerity. As always, I'd like to start by saying that we are the real Hebrew Israelites. The real Israelites are so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians, and West Africans predominantly. However, you are going to get Israelites that do look like the other 17 nations because Israel has been scattered amongst all people throughout our various captivities. So therefore, we're going to look like all people. However, if the line of your fathers, the lineage of your forefathers goes back to the men named Abraham and Isaac and then Jacob in the Bible, then you too are an Israelite, no matter what you may look like, because Israel has been scattered amongst all people throughout our various captivities. So you're going to get Israelites who do look like the other nations. So in today's lesson, I want to talk about, I'm not sure what I'm going to title this, maybe something along the lines of, are you being brotherly? Maybe I'll call it something like that, because I was thinking about something quite a bit recently, and it kind of, when I was at camp at Saturday, it kind of brought this thing up to my attention again. So I thought maybe I'll do a lesson in it, and I'm going to put that question out there. Are you being brotherly, you know, towards other men of the hopeful elect, or towards other men in this faith? Because let me put it this way. There's a lot that can be done to feed the sheep of the hopeful elect. You know, Elder Apostle Tahar put out the decree that, you know, the men in GMS are supposed to be doing 3 lessons per week and 3 videos per week, 10 minutes long each or more, if you can. And if you can do more, do more. And that's great because, you know, it's created this situation where we've flooded the internet with truth, and that's a great thing. But something that occurred to me is that there's more than just putting videos out. You know, the question I'll ask again is, are you being brotherly? Because feeding the sheep is more than just putting a video, three videos out and then thinking, okay, well, I've done my quota for the week, I'm good. Now, there's a lot more that can be done. An example of what can be done is little ways to edify the body. And by that I mean, like, there's a lot of times I'll go on YouTube and I'll see very edifying videos, and brothers have put work in, and they're putting out great videos, and the video might have like 20 views and 1 like, or maybe even 200 views and 1 like. Now we know that the elect is going to be a small sanctuary. Let me get this in the scriptures. So we know that the Most High is only dealing with a very small number. So let's get that. Let me get it in Ezra's instead. Alright, 2 Ezra 9 and 15. I have said now therefore, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved, like as a wave is greater than a drop. So yeah, there's going to be many more that perish than of them that are saved. But I suppose the point I'm trying to make is that I heard some brothers at camp talking. We was talking on Saturday, and the topic came up of, like, you know, sometimes you might see 1 like on your video or 1 comment, and that can really boost the man's faith. Not just the man who made the video, but also those who might be watching. They can receive edification by other brothers maybe posting scriptures on good videos, edifying videos, or even just simply saying Thawada, you know, for great edification, because as men, there's going to be times where you're up and there's going to be times when you're down. And sometimes a kind word can do a lot to boost the brother's spirit. Now, what I'm kind of trying to say is that, okay, while you're putting out videos, yeah, obviously you're going to be watching other brothers' videos, because we don't learn like in a vacuum. We put videos out, we watch videos. We put videos out, we watch videos. So my point is that if you're watching a video that a brother's done and it's good information or good edifying content, why not just take a minute to say, hey, look, man, Thawada, great edification? Because this is something that I myself personally try to do. And I'll give a great example of this. I think in the week just gone, I was reading Daniel. What was it? Let me read what I was reading. It's Book of Daniel. I think it was the 7th chapter. Let me just check this to be sure. Yeah, it was Daniel. Yeah, Daniel 7 with the 4 beasts that come out. I think it's 4 beasts. Yeah, 4 great beasts. Yeah, so I was reading Daniel's the 4th chapter, and I already had a good understanding of what it means, you know, the symbolism and what it means spiritually. But there's one thing I didn't know, which was in Daniel's chapter 7 and verse 5, I'll read it. It says, and behold, another beast, a second like to a bear, raised itself up on one side, and it had 3 ribs in its mouth, in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, arise and devour much flesh. Now I was looking for the breakdown of what those 3 ribs represented. So I went on YouTube, typed GMS Daniel 7 breakdown. Lo and behold, someone had done one brother, who actually, you know, from London Central Camp, had put up a video in 2016 doing a detailed breakdown on that specific part of Daniel's 7th chapter. So I watched it now, and this is 2020, and I watched it and I got hella edified, and I got the breakdown and I got the understanding. So I was like, you know what, man, Thawada for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, putting the spirit on this man to do this video in 2016 and to have it still on the internet, on YouTube up to now. So now when I'm searching for that breakdown, I can find it and I can get edified. So I watched it, and it was a brilliant breakdown and very concise and to the point. So I left a message saying, you know, Thawada for the breakdown, very edifying, you know, great breakdown. And that's just one example. Now I don't know if the brother's seen the comment or not, but like when I was looking for breakdowns on Revelation, the 4th chapter, brother had put a video up many years ago in GMS, obviously, watched the breakdown, got the edification, and I left a message saying, you know what, Thawada for a great breakdown, it's very edifying. The brother, you know, responds with, you know, that heart thing to, you know, show they like the comment. Now that was important to me, because I think that if you're putting in work, you know, you're putting in work, putting in work, it can be nice sometimes to know that, hey, you know what, man, someone's actually listening. Rather than you putting videos up and you're getting 0 views, 0 likes, that's fine, because we understand that we're not doing this for the praise of men. Now, I'm not saying this as if we want to get the praise of men. I'm saying that if you're a member of the Hopeful Elect, you too can edify a member of the Hopeful Elect by maybe commenting on a good video that a brother's done. If you got edified from it, why not just say, you know what, Thawada for the edification, man. So then that brother gets edified by your comment that you left on his video. Furthermore, why not post a scripture? Because if a brother's doing a breakdown or doing a lesson, 9 times out of 10, there's going to be scriptures or precepts that that brother doesn't bring out in the video, because there's many precepts from many topics. So you might bring out 1 or 2 to make your point in the video, but there might be another 5 scriptures that could also edify that same point. So my point is, why not post scriptures on videos to brothers who you've watched and you've got edified by, you know, because that can help further build brothers up. You know, it's like, let me put it this way. Imagine if you held a dinner party and you spent a lot of money buying food for your guests, and you spent like, let's say you spent a day or two in the kitchen making sure everything's right, you know, seasoning up the meat, you know, making all the various dishes, and then you invite your guests over. They come in and they eat, and they they eat off your food, and then as soon as they're finished, they get up and they walk away, and they don't even say thank you. How would that make you feel? Obviously, you'd be a little bit hurt by that, wouldn't you? You'd be a little bit hurt at the fact that, you know, you put all that work and effort in, and people have come in and they've eaten your food, they've taken of your goods, and they didn't even stop to say, hey, how are you? Or, you know, Thawada, thank you. So that's my point, because it goes back to the whole thing of, are you being brotherly? You know, because as men, when we put videos out and someone leaves a comment or a like, or someone contacts you saying, hey man, I just watched the video you put up. Like, I'll give a brief example. I put up a video last week, and one of the brothers from the camp I follow, you know, messaged me saying, hey, I was just watching your video, Ark. And I says, oh, you know, cool, I hope you liked it. He goes, yeah, very edifying. And we had a little conversation out of it. So as a man, obviously in the flesh, that feels good to know that your work is being appreciated. Now, I'm not saying we're going to get 200 likes or 3 million views. We're not about that. But I'm just saying, if you are the hopeful elect and you're coming in and you're watching videos and you're getting edified, why not do something yourself to help edify another brother? And in that way, it opens avenues for a conversation and a dialogue, which means you might be drawing close to a brother who you might never have even met. I'll give another example. Oftentimes I'll go on YouTube and I'll just type in GMS various locations to see if there's any brothers in various parts of the world that I didn't know about who are preaching the word, even if it's in another language. So I think I saw one of the Northern Kingdom brothers going in South America somewhere. I don't know where. It might have been, can't remember exactly, but I know it's a South American brother because they're speaking in Spanish. I saw this brother out there on the street teaching, and I thought, you know what, man, let me send this guy a blessing. So I says, you know, Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yashai Barakatha. You know, and just a simple thing like that, when that brother goes home or whatever, and he looks at his video, whatever, he might see, you know, someone saying Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yashai Barakatha. You know, Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai bless you. That might boost his spirit. So therefore, I've fed that guy with that comment. You know, feeding the sheep. Might sound like a small thing, but it all adds up. Now, I've got a lot of precepts to back up my point here. And I just need to go back to saying that, are you being brotherly? Because if you like it when someone leaves a comment on your video or a like or something, don't you think that other brother feels the same way? You know, and you can boost another man's faith by letting him know that another member of the hopeful elect is watching and learning. You know, so it just makes perfect sense to me to kind of do that. Furthermore, whenever I watch a video, I always leave a like. You know, if they're bringing out good edification, which most of the men of GMS do, you know, because we're under the same doctrine, yeah, leave a like, man. Now, there's going to be brothers who are going to watch more than others, because certain spirits are going to vibe more with certain spirits than others. You know, there might be men who, you might watch their video and they're bringing out good edification, bringing out great points, but maybe even though we're all in the faith, there's going to be brothers who you're going to gravitate more to than others, you know, for example. But that being said, if that's the case, you too can help edify that person who's bringing out the word by showing appreciation. Now let me get some precepts to back up the point, because I've done a bit of speaking on this, but there's a lot of precepts that I can bring out. Let me get them, because the scriptures say, you know, love thy brother as you love thyself. So if you appreciate it when people show appreciation, then why are you not showing appreciation to another brother? And also, when I say leaving comments, I'm not talking about talking shit on the comment board. I'm talking about leaving edifying comments, you know, post a scripture or say Thawada for the lesson, you know. Not be sitting up there talking shit about, you know, just basic shit, because that's something else I see, man. Whenever I watch elders live streams, you get a whole load of people talking shit, man. Like, and not really bringing out edifying comments. You know, so there's a time to speak and there's a time to keep silence. I'm going to get that in the scriptures. But first of all, let me start with quick precept. Alright, this is a great one. I'm going to start with this. Luke chapter 17 from verse 12 and down, yeah? And I'm not really saying this really because I'm looking for loads of people to like my videos or watch my videos. To be honest, it doesn't really bother me too much. I don't care if people don't watch it or people don't like. But the whole point I thought is that, hang on a minute, what is the best way to be brotherly in this faith? You know, so therefore, because I've been doing this type of thing, I thought to myself, well, maybe I should do a lesson on it so that other brothers might see why it can be beneficial to do these things to other brothers. Because if a man's putting out all his work and you know, always getting zero, I mean, all it takes is one comment to boost the brother's faith, one like to boost the brother's faith. So that little bit can go a long way, man, especially when a man is essentially starving. You know, when a man's dehydrated and thirsty, that one comment can make a big difference. You know, so why not do it? It doesn't take 10 minutes, doesn't take 5 minutes, doesn't take 3 minutes, maybe only takes 1 minute. Just Thawada, great lesson, great edification, Shalom. How hard is that? So Luke 17 and 12. Here we go. Yeah, let me read up a bit actually. There's some. Let me start from Luke 17 and 9. Doth he thank the servant because he did the things that were commanded him? I trow not. So likewise ye, when ye shall have done all those things which are commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants. We have done that which was our duty to do. Yeah? So, you can never do enough for the Lord. You know, even if you're putting up 5 videos a week, 10 videos a week, you can never do enough for the Lord. And that ties into the point that I'm making. You know, there's other ways that little edification can come out through little acts other than doing videos. Doing videos is the first and foremost thing primarily, but there's more that can be done, you know. So starting on from Luke 17:11. And it came to pass as he went to Jerusalem that he passed through the midst of Samaria and Galilee. And he entered unto a certain, this is talking about Yahushua obviously. And he entered unto a certain village. There met him 10 men that were lepers, which stood afar off. So there were 10 Israelites who were cursed with the plague of leprosy. So they had pale skin, looking like Edomites, but these were Israelites, yeah? Israelite foreigners, because it said he was in the land of Galilee and Samaria. So, and they lifted up their voices and said, Yahushua, Master, have mercy on us. And when he saw them, he said unto them, Go, shew yourselves unto the priests. And it came to pass that as they went, they were cleansed. So he said, Go and show yourselves unto the priests. And as they went, their leprosy departed and they got their regular melanated skin back. So that happened to them, yeah? And it says, and one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back. And with a loud voice, glorified the Most High. So there were 10 of these men who were lepers, yeah? And they begged Yahushua to heal them. Yahushua healed them and said, Go show yourselves to the priests. On the way, their leprosy departed. And out of those 10 people, only one turned back and glorified the Most High. Yeah? So the 9 of them were like, they just went on with their business. They didn't show no appreciation. But one man out of the 10 turned back and glorified the Most High. And it says, and he fell down on his face at his feet, giving him thanks. And he was a Samaritan. Again, see, he was an Israelite foreigner. Because Yahushua didn't go to heal any other heathens. Because the scriptures say that Yahushua was only sent unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So this guy was an Israelite foreigner, yeah? And he fell down on his face. This is Luke 17:16. And he fell down on his face at his feet, giving him thanks, and he was a Samaritan. And Yahushua answering said, Were there not 10 cleansed? See, Yahushua was like, didn't I heal 10 of you? But where are the 9? They are not found. They are not found that returned to give glory to the Most High, save this stranger. Yeah? And he said unto him, Arise, go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole. Yeah? So basically, those guys who got healed by Yahushua, chances are, now this is what we do with extrapolation of the scriptures, chances are that they got healed, yeah? But they weren't really cleansed of the sin that they had committed, which had led them to get the curse of leprosy in the first place. See what I'm saying? So those 9, those were worldly, Jake. You know, you could call them, I suppose, the 2/3. Whereas that one guy, who after being healed by Yahushua, turned back and gave glory to the Most High, fell on his feet and worshipped Yahushua. Yahushua said unto him, let me read it again. And when one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back, and with a loud voice glorified the Most High. And he fell down on his face, giving him thanks, and he was a Samaritan. And Yahushua answering said, Were there not 10 cleansed? But where are the 9? They are not found that returned to give glory to the Most High, save this stranger. And he said unto him, Arise, go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole. So Yahushua made that man whole, in the sense that he probably retained the blessing that Yahushua blessed him with to cure the leprosy, and he might have even been of the hopeful elect, because Yahushua said, Thy faith hath made thee whole. So this man had faith in Yahushua, unlike the other 9 who were like, you know, oh, I've been healed now, my problems are solved, I can go about my business without having to, you know, give thanks to the Most High. So they probably went straight back into the world. That's what we can extrapolate from this verse here. Now my point is that the things written aforetime are written for our learning. So when you apply this scripture to today, when you go on a brother's video and you watch it and you get edified, what are you going to be like? Are you going to be like those 9 Israelites who, after getting healed, turned around and went on their way? Or are you going to be like the one who, after getting healed, stopped and turned around and gave thanks and glory to the Most High? And you've got to ask yourself, how does Yahushua look at these situations? You could be sitting there in your abode, in your home, watching video after video after video after video after video, and then you're not really giving any thanks or giving any praise or leaving edifying comments or leaving edifying scriptures to further help build. Because another reason why leaving edifying scriptures on a comment board can be helpful is that it can deter scoffers. You know what I'm saying? Brother might make a video, you might have scoffers up there running their mouth. Why not post a scripture? Because if you post a scripture, that can help further solidify the foundations that another brother has started building by putting the video up in the first place. You see what I'm saying? This is why I'm saying that there's a lot of ways that you can feed the sheep. Because let's say that happens. Brother puts a video up a couple of years ago. 3 years later, you watch the video and you get edified. Then you post, you know, throughout the edification, precept, blah, 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 blah. You leave that comment. 2 weeks down the line, another brother who might be younger in the faith might be looking for the same video, and he doesn't know really what he's looking for. He might watch the video and still be a little bit uncertain in his mind. Is this truth? Is this not the truth? Then he might read the comment board and see, hang on a minute, someone else has posted a scripture. Let me look that up. Goes and looks it up in his word, finds the scripture, finds the precept. He's like, oh, it must be true. Then that brother's got edified. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to treat brothers the way you'd like to be treated yourself, man. That's what I'm saying. So it goes back to my whole point. Are you being brotherly? Being brotherly is more than just turning up at camp on a Saturday and fellowshipping with the brothers who you know in that particular camp and be like, oh yeah, shalom brother, yeah, you might be sincere in doing that, and that's all good. But what more could you be doing? There's a lot more we can all be doing, because as the scripture said, let me read it again. Doth he thank the servant because he did the things which commanded of him? I trow not. So likewise, when ye shall have when ye shall have done all those things which you are commanded to you, Slakia. So likewise, when ye shall have done all those things which are commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants. We have done that which was our duty to do. So no matter how much you're doing, yeah, you're putting up 3 videos a week. Are you being brotherly? I can't answer that question. Now, this video isn't targeted at any one person specifically. I'm just speaking generally because it's just something that I've observed. Now, there's a lot more precepts I want to bring out about the power of the tongue and the fruit of the tongue, you know, and how powerful good words can be. I mean, there's so many precepts I can bring out. Let's see where I can start. Alright, so I've got a lot here. Bear with me. Bear with me, Slakia. Just finding some stuff. Alright, I'm going to start here. It's Proverbs 9:9, yeah? Proverbs 9:9 states that, give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. So, here's my point. If a brother's done a video, and it's a good video, and he's doing good edifying content, chances are there are going to be scriptures that brother might not have brought out in his lesson that could still be edifying on the same topic. Why not post that scripture on the comment board under the video whenever you watch a good video? Because that will further help edify the body, would it not? And the scripture said, give instruction to a wise man and he will be yet wiser. So if a wise man, a brother of the hopeful elect, has put up a video and you give instruction to him by maybe posting a precept that he might not have remembered at the time, he will become yet wiser, would he not? So would that not be an example of feeding the elect? Because you're helping to feed that brother, you're giving him a little bit more wisdom by just posting that one precept. And it says, give instruction to a wise man and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man and he will increase in learning. So does the scriptures give us a good example of what we should be doing? Yes, it does. If we pay attention to the Proverbs. And you've got to ask yourself, once again, are you being brotherly? Are you applying these scriptures? I can't answer that question for you. You have to, you know, search yourself and see if you are indeed doing that or not. And if you're not doing it, maybe it's time to pull your socks up, because Yahushua is watching this stuff and he gave us the example of how to behave in this truth towards other brothers. You know, if you're sitting there thinking, oh, I've done my 3 videos a week and that's it, I'm good. That ain't it, man. You're on thin ice if you're thinking like that. So let me get this, because there's so many precepts I can bring out on this topic, man. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 20. This reads, the tongue of the just is as choice silver. The heart of the wicked is little worth. So basically, if you're a member of the hopeful elect, your tongue in the sight of the Most High is as choice silver. Now imagine how valuable is silver? That's very valuable, yeah? If I believe it's second only to gold. But yet the tongue of the wicked is of little worth. So basically you've got all these multitudes of people in the world talking shit. You know, 2/3 of Israel talking shit. The rest of these heathens talking shit. But if you're of the hopeful elect, your tongue is as choice silver. So if you use your words wisely to help edify another brother, is that not a good thing? According to the scriptures, it is. Oh, here we go. There's even more in this. Proverbs 10:21. The tongue of the just is as choice silver. The heart of the wicked is of little worth. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for want of wisdom. So if you're one of the hopeful elect and you're hopefully being righteous, your lips will feed many. You know, Proverbs 20:21. Proverbs 10:21. Oh, here's one. This might be a cut to some. It's lucky. I knocked that over. This might be a cut to some. Oh, fuck. This might be a cut. So this is Proverbs chapter 11 and 1. And it reads, a false balance is abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. So, going back on the topic of what further could you be doing to help edifying brothers? As I say, if you're watching 10 videos a day and you're learning from these videos and you don't leave one like, or you don't leave one scripture on the comment board, is that a just balance? Because here you have it, another brother's putting in work. You're listening to the videos, you're taking this information in, you're getting fed. So let's look at it as a scale, yeah? You're getting fed. What's this other brother getting? Is he getting fed? So is that a just balance? See what I'm saying? So when you're watching, don't forget to, encourage brothers by maybe posting an edifying comment. Fawada for the edifying lesson. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahshai Barakatha. Send a blessing. Just balance. Let me read it again. Proverbs 11 and 1. A false balance is abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. So Yahweh will like those type of things. And again, it goes back to, are you being brotherly? Let me see what else we've got. Yeah, Proverbs 11 and 11. It says, by the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted, but is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. So by the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted. What city are we trying to build up? New Jerusalem, right? Which is a spiritual temple based on the members of the hopeful elect. We are that spiritual temple. So if we're trying to help build this spiritual temple up, would it not be beneficial to help build it up as much as you can? Because Proverbs 11 and 11 states, by the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted. Again, like I said, Fawada for the edifying lesson, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahshai Barakatha. Sending a blessing to the brother, the city is exalted, But it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. And how do you stop the mouth of the wicked? By reproof, by rebuke, by posting scriptures, by earnestly contending for the faith, Oh, let me get this one. Proverbs 11 and 14. Where no counsel is, the people